Hey everybody, hope you guys doing all right. So this is what to do with the revenue that could potentially be accumulated from this project or movement or whatever you want to call it. So first, is pay back agreed percent to investors / cover essential production costs and essential experiment in essential expenses, in order for business to run. Number two, this isn't. These are both kind of the same. I probably should just include number one, but also pay our workers fair pay. Anytime somebody does work for you, I mean, they're essentially they're an investor. They've invested into you and they've given you their time and energy, and thus, the fair exchange is you paying them back with goods or resources or money or currency or whatever it may be, or whatever the deal is that you guys have agreed upon. So those are the first two that are kind of the same thing, that are the most that's the first order of necessity in regards to what to do with revenue. The next one is develop / fund a militia training / recruitment program, because I do want this movement, this project, whatever you want to call it, to be able to supply a potential militia or security force that is able to defend itself upon the possibility of foreign invasion unless there's some miraculous thing that happens with an election or something like that, which might happen, but it might not. So it's also good to be prepared in case it doesn't happen, to have our own militia that's capable of eradicating or at least removing corruption where it stands. So anyway, that is what this movement is largely intended to do, is to be able to supply and train and house and work and feed a militia program. So, all right, moving on. Develop / fund a rehabilitation center, split revenue in this department into sections for animal sanctuary and human sanctuary / rehabilitation centers. I still really want to help out the animals, and I think there's a way that we can help out the animals, and in doing so, we're also going to help out ourselves. I've been watching a particular YouTuber. I think it's John Brethenall. I might have gotten his name wrong. I'm sorry if I did, but he's been making a few videos talking about how therapeutic it is for inmates who potentially done some really violent or just crazy crimes or been locked up and have a lot of traumas, and how working with them has helped them heal themselves, as well as also helping take care of an animal that might have not had anybody to take care of. And we kill, I forget, it's close to 1 million animals every year in shelters, essentially because there's just not enough people that want to take care of them the right way. But it also has to do with government spending. I totally think that the amount of money we give to NASA and other various organizations is completely ridiculous, and we totally need to redirect those funds to taking care of these animals that we're killing, and the land and the plants and a whole slew of other things, but that's a whole other issue. All right, moving on. So develop a research and development laboratory to test the effectiveness of products and share results with the public. Again, this is part of the problem. Why? I mean, there already is enough proof out there, but if you could do a YouTube channel where you're showing, you have a patient, you're showing them day-to-day progress, you're taking test results, you're seeing how he's doing, and you're examining, you have it all scientific. You have the amount he's taking, you have his diets, his exercises, his routines, what he's watching. I mean, because everything goes into who you are, what you consume, what you read, what you say, what you speak, who you listen to. All this affects your energy or your overall well-being. So in order to truly fight sicknesses and cancers and mental issues and traumas and all this, you first need to figure out exactly what is composed of the person and everything that he's doing in his life and everything he's done in his past. Like people saying that your past doesn't matter, that's a bunch of BS in my opinion. Your past totally matters. So it's important also to get people to open up if they want to. I mean, but that's part of it. It's going to have to be a part of the process of wanting to heal, is you're going to have to share your past. Because if I don't know what happened to you in your past, it's going to be hard for me to identify the roots that are causing you to have this trauma or this problem or whatever it may be. So anyway, I just thought I'd bring that up. But yeah, that is definitely on the agenda, is develop a research and development center. So the next one is to develop / fund charitable projects that focus on helping others and help themselves. So it's forced on helping others by helping them help themselves, by providing a place, tools, good people, etc. And and also the militia program, that is also a force, as long as it's not, things aren't too crazy. But if we have a large enough force, we could just devote a section of that to go over to places like Africa to help them protect their villages, while we help them build up their villages so they're able to produce their own food, their own water, their own energy, develop their own infrastructure, develop their own routes of trade and exchange through using the hemp plant, because the hemp plant can produce all these products. So it's a perfect thing to bring over to places like Africa that have been devastated, and that need help, but they also need security, they need training, they need a lot of different things. So that's another thing that the militia is designed for, is to be able to do that. So that's important to know. Number 7, so for further revenue fund, this is the fun and health benefits. We could fund a healthy H2O based,
You need to use the restroom. I'm taking a quick shower.
No, go ahead, Mom. Sorry. So yeah, for further revenue, fun and health benefits, we could fund a healthy H2O based amusement park. Good for rehabilitation. Also could provide additional revenue. Also, alpine slides, which I talked about in the last video, which are slides built on a mountain slopes, and I think I said they're rubber stoppers they have on them. They're not rubber, they're plastic. I don't know why I said rubber. That would be just way too abrasive. No, they're plastic, and it's like the amount of pressure you put on the plastic brakes, it determines how fast you go down the mountain. Like the more pressure you put on the brakes, the closer you're going to be to the slide, and therefore the less momentum you're going to have. The less the less pressure you have on the slide, the faster you're going to go, because the brakes aren't going to be. There's actually a point to get where the brakes aren't touching at all, and you can fucking fly down the mountain. It's kind of dangerous, but it's also a lot of fun. But you don't have to do that. It's up to you how fast you want to go. So, all right, yeah, I just want to share that with you guys, and hope you all have a good day. All right, love y'all. Bye.